Hey everyone, it's Nick from Latitude 33 Geckos. I just had 5 quick tips for you for breeding setup. Tips and tricks, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. It's basically some helpful hints for those of you just starting out, or those of you who've been around a while and just looking for ways to increase your efficiency, productivity. Just basically increase the ease of taking care of your geckos in your life. I was just sitting here cleaning all these mealworm cups that we've got, and you know what? It's a pain in the neck to clean them all. It's really easy to just throw them all out and get some new ones, clean ones. That's what we do a lot of the time. But cleaning them, sometimes, it saves you 30-40 cents per cup or whatever, and that adds up after a while, especially when you have a lot of them. Anyway, on to the tips. Tip number 1, get yourself a great sink like this one here. It's a utility sink. It fits one of these adult tubs in here pretty easily. You can turn it, move it around in here pretty easy, and wash all sides of it, wash the outside of it within the sink, so you don't have to be out on the grass cleaning stuff in your yard or whatever. You can just sit here in your garage. If you've got a garage, if you're looking for your first house or whatever, or a new house, see if they got a utility sink put in. If not, you can put one in yourself pretty easy. This one's right next to our washer and dryer and just feeds right into our gray water outflow pipe. Goes out into well, it goes into the sewer. A lot of people have them go out to their yard or whatever. Depends on your local regulations, I guess. But anyway, if you get a utility sink, they're really not that expensive. You get a little faucet. You can even get a little sprayer hose on there, so it's just like kitchen sink basically, but you got a big tub to work in. It's really useful. That's the number 1 tip I got for you tonight. And secondly, we have kids, they're grown. We don't use our baby bottle brush anymore, but this one is made by Munchkin, and we've had it for, I don't know, my oldest son, he is about to turn 7, so we've had this sucker for a long time, but we haven't used it for baby bottles in a very long time, and it's still holding up. You can see the bristles are kind of squished down on top there, but it's got these like coarse, rough bristles on top and down by the neck of it, and then these softer bristles in the middle. Anyway, it makes a great cleaning brush to get inside of all types of dishes and tubs and all kinds of things. So this thing, I use it all the time. Gloves, you can use gloves. I usually don't use them too often, but every once in a while when I'm using some more caustic stuff, ammonia, vinegar, whatever, stuff that I don't really want to get on my hands, I'll use those. I mostly use the chlorhexidine in a spray bottle. I don't know if you guys can see that. Anyway, it's just a little bit out of our, we've got a 1-gallon jug of this stuff, and this will last for a very long time. You need it just to be like a real pale blue. I don't know if that comes out in the video too well, but chlorhexidine, that could probably be the 3rd tip, I guess, out of the 5 tonight. That's a good one. And a spray bottle. Get yourself a good spray bottle. This one's made by Rubbermaid, and it's quality. You can get them at the dollar store or whatever. I've used cheap spray bottles in the past, but you really need a good spray bottle for cleaning tubs and stuff. And if you're going to be breeding geckos, well, those of you who do, you know that you're cleaning gecko poop a lot of the time, and the cages, the tubs, everything. You're always cleaning. So get yourself a good spray bottle, one that doesn't hurt your hand. You get what you pay for, as with many things in life, gecko genetics and everything else. So anyway, don't want to go too much on a rant there, but let's see, what tip are we on now? 4, I guess. The 4th tip I'd probably give you is to always keep some spare tubs in your rack. Always have a couple extra slots where you can put new geckos if you're filling up a rack, but I would suggest that you would always keep at least 2 tubs open. That's what I prefer, because with 2 tubs you've got the ability to clean 2 tubs simultaneously. Throw your geckos that are in the dirty tubs into the clean ones, put all their stuff in there, and then you can clean those tubs, take them out to your utility sink if you've got one, and clean those 2 tubs. If you just clean 2 tubs, pretty regularly, clean 2 tubs, and then do another 2 tubs the next week, and so on and so forth. You can minimize the amount of work that you have to do all at one time, and it's just kind of a nice weekly process to go through. I don't always do that myself. I often load up on a bunch of tubs and spend hours just cleaning all at once, but it's really nice when there's just a couple tubs to clean. You got a couple clean ones in the rack, and you just put the animals into the clean ones, bring the dirty ones out, clean them, and you're done. They're ready to go for the next week or whatever. The other thing is that you're always going to want more geckos, so it's always nice to have a couple tubs where you can put them in there. And like I recommend, always keep your racks with 2 empty tubs in it. So if you do end up filling those up, you should probably be looking at building another rack, buying another rack, finding some more room, because you're going to want to keep some holdbacks from those geckos, or sell a couple off or whatever, but always keep 2 empty tubs in your rack. So that's tip number 4. Tip number 5. This will be the last one for the night. Sorry for the lengthy video. I kind of went off on some other stuff I wasn't planning on, but anyway, hope you guys are still with me. I'm gonna go and dry all this stuff before I leave it in here, but this is gonna be one of my clean tubs, and I'm gonna keep some supplies in here. So that's tip number 5. Use the empty tubs that you got in your rack to house, not house, but to keep your supplies in. It's a nice way to do it. You can keep all of your hides in one and keep all of your dishes in the other. That's what I'm going to go and do tonight, is go dry all these dishes I cleaned and leave them in this tub, and then this other tub I've got down on the floor that I got to clean next is going to have some hides in it. So anyway, that's just 5 quick tips. And hopefully I can do this more regularly, where I just can think of some tips to give you guys that might help out, and let me know some tips you guys might have. There's kind of a lot of tricks to the trade that a lot of us know, and we just kind of take them for granted and use them all the time, but maybe rarely discuss them. And new people, or maybe even people who've been in the hobby for a long time, might not really know about. So there's 5 quick tips. Please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, please let me know any tips you guys might have. I might know them, but then again I might not, and might help me out. So thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate all the support, all the views, all the visits to our Facebook page. Go like our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/latitude33geckos. Visit us on our website, www.latitude33geckos.com. We're also on Instagram, Latitude33geckos there, and we're also on Twitter, so and Google Plus. But anyway, hit me up if you got any questions. I'd love to answer anything that you might be curious about, and thanks for watching.